Hi everybody, it's Jackie from Vegan Yack Attack, and I'm back with another video and another terrible song. So this time I have something kind of weird planned. This video is part of my VYA pantry challenge, which is a hashtag now on Instagram and everywhere else. The whole point of this is because I'm moving out of state. And I know after the holidays, we all have kind of like random ingredients, like maybe like a half cup of hemp seeds that you're not sure what to do with, or, you know, just stuff, just all kinds of dried stuff, which is great to have on hand. Don't get me wrong. It's like the best to have on hand, but I have an exorbitant amount of these things, these forgotten ingredients. So I made a post on my Instagram at Vegan Yack Attack, in case you don't follow. And I asked people, does this seem like something that you need right now? And I got a resounding, hell yeah. And a lot of people had a lot of extra split peas that they were tired of making soup with. So I kind of went out of my comfort zone and I was like, I need to make something that isn't soup, that has split peas, that's edible. And I made an experiment. I did it last night, and I actually made a blood orange hibiscus protein ice cream with split peas in it, cooked. And yes, of course, you could do this with protein powder, but that's not the point of the pantry challenge. It's not the point. So I have some cooked split peas right here that I made last night. I'll have the directions for cooking them on my website for you to follow. So I already have these cooked. We can save a lot of time there. Otherwise, all this stuff just goes in a blender. We make ice cream, and let's just get to it. It's gonna be easy. Let's just get to it. So I have my blender. You don't need a high-speed blender for this necessarily, because all of the ingredients are pretty easy to puree. So I have coconut cream, or a can of full-fat coconut milk will work. And this is for the kind of fatty base to your ice cream, because no ice cream without fat is as rich and like decadent as you really want it to be. Now I have the cooked split peas. This was about a half cup uncooked split peas, which turned, I don't know, maybe a cup and a half of split peas basically cooked. I'm gonna put those in there. And then for this one, it's not gonna be orange like the one I made yesterday, although that was very good. I'll have both recipes for you on the site. I have cocoa powder, because we're gonna make chocolate. I think it covers up the split pea taste a little bit better. It's a little bit more rich. All right, and then we have, you can use either maple syrup or agave, just as a liquid sweetener. I like using these for my blender ice creams, because then you don't have these like granules of sugar that haven't cooked down, because we're not cooking this. We're just gonna blend it up and you know, see what happens pretty much. Put all that in there, and then that's gonna be to taste. So it really depends on the preference. We'll taste it afterwards and see if that worked out. I have a little bit of vanilla extract right here. Put that in there. Then we have messy hands, first of all. And, a pinch of salt. We'll just put that in there so it enhances the sweetness a little bit. And then lastly, this is kind of a special ingredient. It's xanthan gum. It's basically a fungus. It's a powder, so it's a thickener. You don't absolutely need this, but honestly, it makes the best vegan ice creams. Makes it super fluffy, and it helps like cut the ice crystals down, so you get a softer, less dense vegan ice cream. So we're just gonna put that in there. As far as substitutes for that, I mean, that's pretty easy to find, usually in most like flour sections, but I don't really know of an apt substitute. Maybe Irish moss, which is even harder to find, or some other kind of thickener, maybe more arrowroot, like a tablespoon or so. Try it out, let me know how it goes. So we have everything, and actually for this one, I'm gonna put in a little bit of instant coffee. This is really good for cooking, just because you don't have to make coffee and water something down. I'm just gonna shake a little bit in there, maybe like a teaspoon or so. So it'll be more of like a mocha flavor for this one. And we'll blend it up. So you see how thick that xanthan gum Without it, this would be really liquidy, but it's so thick. I'm just like, broop. It's almost kind of gross looking. Kind of like pudding though. So let's try this. I'm just gonna stick my finger in here, sorry. Ooh. Oh wow, I like this way better than the orange one. Don't get me wrong, hibiscus blood orange was so good and really light and sweet. This one I'm gonna add a little bit more sweetness to because it's a little salty because that pinch of salt. Maybe another like tablespoon or so. Like I said, you can kind of adjust to your preference. I'll do this. You can add stevia in it if you want. Coconut sugar also works, but you'd really, really have to blend it because it's such a coarse sugar. It doesn't really like dissolve ever. So I'll blend this just for a little bit longer. All right, so this is good. I think this is pretty good. Now, I'll get the ice cream maker. I'm back with an ice cream maker. Now, I know not everybody has an ice cream maker, so I'll have no-churn instructions and the ingredients for you, which really just involves putting this in like a gallon bag and then freezing it, putting it in your food processor to break up the ice crystals, and then freezing it again. And then you got your ice cream. Super easy. I'll have those in the instructions on the site, link in the description. And then this, I got this on sale at Costco for like $25, which is kind of amazing. And I just keep the freezer bowl in the freezer with like a pint of ice cream in here so it's not totally empty, so that whenever I want to make ice cream, it's ready. And you can find these on Amazon for pretty affordable too. So I'll put a link in the description for you. Now, we're gonna put this in here because it's not hot because we didn't cook it. It's not gonna take as long to freeze up. So I'm just going to gloop this all up in here. And then we're gonna let it run for probably like 20-25 minutes until it kind of stops moving and you can tell it's like kind of like a soft serve consistency. And then we'll transfer it to a container to freeze further for further enjoyment, or you can just eat soft serve. I mean, I'm not gonna judge either way. But honestly, with this chocolate one, you would never know that we put a bunch of split peas in here. Now I'll put this on. And cue annoying noises. All right, it's been about 20-25 minutes. This is not moving anymore. Not really. Probably got sketched out now. So I'm gonna turn this off. Super annoying. And you'll see, woo! How magical is this thing? It's kind of magical. So I tasted a little bit like while it was turning because I have no patience and this is just what I do. But I have to tell you, it is so good. So I'm gonna taste it again. You see, it's nice, rich, chocolatey, thick ice cream. It's so damn good. I can't wait to eat more of this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I would just eat this for breakfast because there's split peas in it, right? Like that makes it more healthy, maybe? So now I'm gonna transfer this to this container. I like saving these from like, you know, fast food or whatever. And then I'll just use them as pints for homemade ice cream, and I keep them in my freezer. You can also buy, whoa! You can also buy pint containers, or quart containers, I should say, on Amazon. And I actually have one, and I'll show you in the blog post. So I'll also link in the description the ice cream quart containers that are reusable that you can have for home. They're super cool. My friend actually gave me hers because she makes a lot of ice cream for her private chef gig, whatever. Doesn't really matter. They're awesome. These also work. You can just use a resealable, like airtight container. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna be scraping this ice cream off in here. And here we go, we're almost done. I mean, I kind of like keeping some on here because then it's like using a whisk, right? You can just lick whatever's left on it. So here's the last of it. Just about. that over here. And there we have just a super easy, simple ingredient protein ice cream that is nut-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and uses up some of those random split peas in your pantry. Does it get much better? Maybe, I don't know, but this is really great. So now I'm gonna eat this. You can find the recipe at veganyackattack.com. You can follow me at Vegan Yack Attack, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all of it. I'm there, Twitter, all of it. Subscribe for more videos. I'm trying to do 2 a month. That's what we're going for. 2 a month, more pantry challenge this month, and use the hashtag VYA Pantry Challenge if you are participating. Even if you don't make one of my recipes, I'd love to see what weird stuff you come up with to use the erroneous ingredients in your pantry. See you guys later.